Hey, welcome back. It's the 26th. I got some things to tell you about. I have finally given up on Rhode Island Red. I got 60% in. I've been trying to read it all month. It's not even 200 pages, and I just cannot bring myself to come back to it. And it's just a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of the character design. It's a little bit of the way the mystery is unfolding. It's a little bit of the way that the characters talk to each other, especially to our female main character. Like, it's just not for me. And I'm so sad because I was really excited. It's set in the 90s. It's black female character, amateur sleuth, black writer. It's just not for me. I don't like the way that they talk to each other, especially for them being like skin folk. I don't like it. So I'm DNFing that. And I started reading some other things. So currently I am almost done with The Invisible Man and His Soon-to-Be Wife by Iwato Beneko. This is volume 1. It is so cute. So you have this girl, she's a detective assistant. She's blind, and then you have the invisible man who is a detective, but he's invisible. And they start going on dates, and they're just really freaking cute. I'm 60% into this. I got a couple of new arcs that I gotta tell you about. Cross my heart, I hope you die. I got that one by Mallory Arnold, and then Hot Girl Myrtle Club by Ashley Winstead. I got Wayward Souls by Susan J. Morris, Marion by Leah Rowan. Okay, and I got A Deadly Inheritance by Kelly Armstrong. Those are my new arcs. I actually finished 2 arcs like 2 days ago. I finished Clara and the Devil, which was a graphic novel written by Olive E. Blake. I really liked that. That was volume 1. I gave it like 4 carats, and then I finished Whether or Not, which is the next installment of the Investigator series by John Patrick Green. Loved that one. I gave that one 4.75. The humor is so freaking funny. I had so much fun reading that. So those 2 got done, and then last night I already filmed some B-roll because I was in the fort. But the B-roll was of a graphic novel that I picked up. Yeah. Detective Stanley and the Mystery at the Museum by Hannah Tunnicliffe. I'll put previous Gabby in here so she can tell you about it because it was super cute and I had a lot of fun. I have to talk about The Pure Irony. This is a library book that I got, and it's essentially about a mystery at a museum, an art museum, where they're trying to figure out if something's been taken because they're in the midst of like coming in and seeing everything disheveled and it looks like a robbery. This was somebody's bookmark inside the book. It's a paint swatch for a mystery about an art museum. 10 out of 10, no notes. But yeah, so those are my arcs. I just finally DNF'd Rhode Island Red. I am starting Zodiac Rising by Katie Zhao, which is like a heist dark fantasy where there's like some treasure that a student is killed over and her friends like seek vengeance. Sounds right up my alley, and I'm trying to read more fantasy. So, and then I went to Jungle Gems. They have a gachapon station, and I got some stuff. So there was a Miffy and a Hamtaro set. So I spent most of my coins on the Miffy, but I'll show you the Hamtaro first. So these are the little Hamtaro hamsters, and they're little keychains. And then I wound up getting her on my first try, which is super cute. I would have wanted one of these too, so I feel sated. And then this is what she looks like. There it is. Yeah, and that's what she looks like. So cute. And then for the Miffy, of course I wanted Miffy. They're like a little band. So they each have like a musical instrument. I wanted Miffy. I went back 3 different times. But of course, I was unsuccessful. This is a little poster. There were only 4 characters, and I went 3 times, but I got a duplicate. So you got Miffy on the recorder, and then you have a little, I think her name is Daphne. I can't remember. I think her name is Daphne. So you have Daphne, and she's got a little violin. And then you've got, what was his name? Griffey, something like that. He's got the tuba. And then you have Dan, and Dan is holding a little violin. So on my second attempt, I successfully got Dan. I got Dan on his little violin. Look at him. He's so cute. Of this little guy. He's cute, but he's not Miffy. Dang. And I wound up getting 2 of these guys. But little Dan, so cute. Maybe when I go back, I'll see if I can get the other 2 ladies. And maybe we can finish out our set. But yeah, they're super cute. I love them. I think they're super adorable. And I had so much fun turning and trying to guess what I was going to get. I think that is everything. I had a shoot a couple of days ago. We did a 1950s sock hop diner couples session, and it was so much fun. We literally laughed almost the entire time. Like when I was done and I was on my way home, my cheeks hurt. Like I had so much fun. The pictures are so cute. I'm currently in the midst of editing them. I did wind up finishing the edits for the Coquette set that I did to reopen my studio, so I'm gonna put some of my favorites here. But yeah, if you're in the area, come check out the studio. I think that's everything. I just wanted to pop in and tell you about the stuff that I read and tell you what's going on, and I guess I'll see you next time. Peace. I got some package. Now, I'm 90% sure that this is my Fairy Loot edition of Our Violent Ends. Here's our Fairy Loot edition. It's so shabby. It's pretty. Oh, she gave me a bookmark and some stickers. Cool. It's signed. Oh, it's pink. Oh, that's pretty. That's cool. And then this is what the inside cover looks like. Alright, so I have successfully completed my Shanghai series in hardcover. I have this guy, and I have this guy. And now that I have these, I can sell the paperbacks that I have. So keep a lookout on Pango. My collection is complete. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, it is the 28th of February. It's the last day of February. My second hardcover arrived, my Fairy Loot edition. It's pink. It matches. It looks good. My duo now, and that means that I can take pictures of the paperbacks that I have of these, and it can go to Pango. So make sure you check out Pango because there's like 20 something books on there. Also, as I stated before, Sirens, what is it called? Bad Luck in Love? Lost Love? Love Hurts. Siren's Love Hurts kind of reignited a love for single issue comics. So I went to my local comic shop hoping to get some back issues of Black Cat 2025 by Wilson. I was only able to find this one, which is a variant cover. And this is number 5, so I'm still missing 2 and 3. But while I was there, I saw this. Like, how could I leave it? And it's issue 1, so that's cool. I love Universal Monsters. And then I've also really wanted to read Voyeur by Leah Williams and David Baldeon. I think is how you say it. But the other shop only had issue 3. It didn't have the back issues. So they actually had all of them. 1, 2, and 3. So I'm very excited to see what this is all about. When they first released like PR for this, they were like, it's a sexy erotic thriller art heist. And I was like, I don't need anything else. And now I have the first 3 issues, so I can read them. So that's what I got from the comic book shop. I got my new book. Yesterday was Pokemon Day. I was dressed as Baniri all day at work. I will insert photos. I had a lot of fun. I'm kind of really excited about the new Pokemon game. I'm not excited about getting a Switch 2. I was trying to like hold that off for as long as possible. But I am excited for new Pokemon because I like Legends ZA, but there aren't any new Pokemon in it. You know what I mean? I'm ready for a whole new generation of Pokemon. 30 fucking years of Pokemon. How crazy is that? Absolutely nuts. Maniacal. I got a little bit further in When We Were Death by Alexis Henderson. Now that it's about to be March, these books are coming due, are going to be released, so I want to start getting into those. I want to say I'm probably about 18% into When I Was Death. I'm 15 pages into Our Violet Delights. I think that's chapter 2 or 3. Book buddy and I, Josh, are going to continue in The Three Coffins. I'm in the middle of chapter 2 right now, I think. Yeah, I'm in the middle of chapter 2. I got 3 pages and I'll be on chapter 3. So I'm in the middle of chapter 2 right now, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. I have decided that I am going to annotate this. So before I continue on, I'm going to go back through what I read and highlight and annotate. And then I'm going to continue reading. And then we're going to compare notes. So I'm excited about that. I think that's everything that I've been doing bookish-wise right now. So yeah, I've been thinking about redoing my bookshelves, so if the backgrounds look a little bit different in the upcoming weeks, you know why. And I'm going to go ahead and head out because our movie is starting soon. We're going to go see Crime 101. Bye! Hi, welcome back. This is going to be the end of, I think this is March on. Don't get me to lying, I haven't touched my video in a while. Life has been lifing, okay? First thing that I want to do is let you know that we're almost done with March. We're heading into April. I think that this is the latter half of the March vlog. into April. I think this is probably going to be the last part unless I get up to something ridiculous this weekend, but I think this is pretty much it. So, first things first, I want to talk about what I'm reading. I'm currently 63% into A Deadly Inheritance by Kelly Armstrong. And this book is really early, so I don't even have a cover to show you, so I'll just put it up here. We are 63% in. I am liking it. We've gotten to the crux of our mystery. We know exactly what we're looking for, who we're looking for. We're just filling in the missing pieces. I'm 63% in. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It has a little bit of a romance. I do think that this is YA, but the characters are towards the end. So like 17, 18, 19. Girl essentially finds out that she is the granddaughter and she's like inheriting this mass fortune. All of the high school seniors go to this special school. So she's going to the school. She meets Theo and Maddox. It has healthy representation of polyamorous relationships and non-monogamous relationships, which I love because we never fucking see that. And it's very heavy consent forward, which I like because a lot of times YA has reactive consents and not proactive consents. We don't have these problems in this. I'm fucking loving it. I love our main character, Liliana. She is inquisitive, strong, and she is a little bit shy, but she's not meek. She knows what she wants. She's gonna go after it. I love that. I love the diversity in this book. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. This is an arc. I think this comes out, yeah, it came out Tuesday, the 24th. So I'm still a little bit behind, but I'm almost there. I'm almost finished with it. I'm almost done. And then we'll head into April's arcs, which leads me to the next book that I'm reading, which is Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker. I'm very excited. This comes out in April, I believe, the 21st. And then I'll be starting on How to Cheat Your Own Death by Kristen Perrin, which is the third book in that series. And I've gotten an arc for each novel in that series so far, so that's fucking awesome. So I'm excited about that. So those will be the three things that I'm reading because in April, I just have those two books. So I have Japanese Gothic and How to Cheat Your Own Death. And then once those guys are done, I have some other cool reading plans for April because, as we know, April is Nancy Drew's birthday month. So I gotta read me a couple of Nancy Drews. So now that you know what I'm currently reading, let's talk about what I finished in the time that I have not spoken to you. So the last book that I finished was an arc, When I Was Death by Alexis Henderson. It's arc 14 for the year, by the way, and number 23 finished book. It was a digital arc. I got it from NetGalley. It was 288 pages, and I gave it essentially a 3. I was really into it when it started, and I was heading deep, probably about 30%, and I just started to slag off, and I wasn't really picking it up. I came back to it and finished it in a couple of days. The latter half of the book didn't do anything for me, and it feels like they didn't know what to do with it. It switched genres. It threw like things at the wall hoping it would stick. Characters were acting differently than they've acted the entire novel. Suddenly it was this like life or death decision that shouldn't have even been an option. It was just very convoluted. And it kind of sucks because I think the novel has a lot of social commentary about society's like desire demand to have access to women's lives and their bodies without their consent. I think it had a lot of conversation about that and interesting things to say about that. But it just kind of got lost in the shuffle, honestly. But essentially, it is about a girl who loses her older sister. The summer before her older sister dies, she was hanging out with these girls. When the sister leaves those girls and comes back to her younger sister, she's different, she's changed. So when the girls show up in the younger sister's city, she starts hanging out with them. She wants to get information about her older sister. Turns out that these girls are like maidens for death. They like go out and dispatch people. Yeah, and then it's a little bit of like a road trip vibe. Like the gist is what got me to request the arc. The execution just wasn't there for me. And then before that, I DNF'd Rhode Island Red by Charlotte Carter. I was 60% in. I really, really tried to finish this book. And what irks me the most is that I DNF'd it at 60%, and there's only 192 pages in it. And I essentially read it for an entire month, and I couldn't get through it. It's a noir-esque novel set in the 90s, but the massage noir was rampant, and it wasn't doing anything for me, and it wasn't like informative. It wasn't like, oh, I'm pointing this out to you so that you see what it is. It was just written there with the intent of it, like maybe shock value. I don't know. I know all skin folk ain't kinfolk, but I did not like any of the characters in this book. And our main character, our main female character, who I cannot even remember the name of, Charlotte. No. What is her name? Nellie? Natty? Nessie? I'll put it here. I can't fucking remember. She's like sexually free. And I'm like, oh, how progressive, how refreshing. But anytime that she was, it was like met with some kind of violence, like immediate comeuppance. So it was like, oh, I'm going to do this because this is my body and I can make the decision. And then it was literally like as soon as decision made, violence. As if it was the result of her making a free sexual decision with her body, which I hated. So it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. Ugh. The book that I finished before that was Detective Stanley and the Mystery at the Museum by Hannah Tunnicliffe. I gave this one 5 carrots. It's very cute. It's about a dog who's a detective. His name is Stanley. He is actually retiring from the police force when he receives a interesting letter in the mail during his breakfast that invites him to explore a situation at the museum. It looks like the place is like torn asunder. So it looks like something's been robbed, right? But they can't find anything missing. And then while there, Stanley is actually framed for the job. So he gets tossed in jail and he realizes that he's going to have to solve the crime if he doesn't want to stay there. It's actually very cute, very interesting. It's book 1. I am excited to see what happens in book 2. It is probably going to be one of the first books that I review for Buddy's Corner. I'm still working on getting that together, but word must be getting out because I got sent unsolicited children's art that was like right up my alley. It's called Sherlock Roach and the Case of the Crunchy Crumb by Joe McGee. It's adorable. I love bugs. I love mysteries. I love children's books. Not really a fan of roaches, but the roach is adorable, so hopefully the art will make up for the fact that he's a roach. But he's a roach solving crimes, so we at least got to give him the chance. So I'm very excited to read that and put that into my first like little list. And then I can't remember if I talked to you about Whether or Not and Clara and the Devil. I'm pretty sure I did, but I can't fucking remember. Okay, I'll just do a quick synopsis just in case I didn't. So I also finished Whether or Not Investigators, which comes out in June. So you're getting a sneak peek. It's very, very funny. It felt just like the first ones. I was just back in the whole scheme of things. But Mango and Brash are sent out to do two things. Figure out why the city's fire hydrants are spewing milk and not water, and find two agents that went missing while on this mission. There's a heat wave in February. It is very, very indicative of like climate change and global warming and talking about that. I had a lot of fun. The comedy was top notch. I was literally giggling almost the entire book. And then I also finished Clara and the Devil, Volume 1 by Olivia Blake and Chimura. I gave this one 4 carats. This is arc 11. Essentially it's about a librarian in a small town. She has a relationship and she like has a plan for the future with her boyfriend, and then the devil comes to town and he's like, I need a library card, and then of course things escalate from there. It's very like flowery writing. It's very like romantically written, and I feel like it's a kind of a story of like temptation. I liked it. I would like to see what's next, like what happens in Volume 2. Apparently this was like a web comic or something that I missed out on, so now I have to wait for the books like everybody else. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I talked to you about the other books that I read, so I think we are all caught up and done. I'm trying to think, because I feel like there was something that I wanted to tell you about, but now I can't remember. Oh well. If I remember, I'll hop back in. See you guys next time. And I'll look different next time because I'm getting my hair dyed. And I might be getting my hair locked. I've been thinking about getting my hair locked for like 2 years, and I keep like waffling on it. I think I might finally go through with it. So I might look different the next time that you see me. Okay. Peace out. Bye. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie. And I am over 70% in The Deadly Inheritance by Kelly Armstrong. I'm loving it. Right now, it is easily a 4.75. We're getting some mixed signals in our mystery. We're getting some clues that are kind of stacking up. She has been off campus twice, and something has happened each time, so our excitement and concern for her safety as she delves deeper into the mystery is increasing. I am having an absolute blast. Like I said, I'm over 70% in. They are solidifying their relationship. I am here for it. I'm so excited to see where this wraps up. I'm hoping to finish it over the weekend. It released on the 24th. I want to get it done by the end of March because we're heading into April. I only have 2 arcs for April. I have Japanese Gothic, How to Cheat Your Own Death. So that's book 3 in the series by Kristen Perrin. I've gotten all 3 books as arcs. I feel very achieved about that. So those are the only 2 arcs that are due in April, which is perfect because April is Nancy Drew's birthday, and I have an entire Nancy Drew readathon planned. So you'll see that video go up kind of soon. I love my Lady Solvers, of course. I have it every year. I finally filmed my very first episode of Bunny's Corner, which if you are new and don't know, Bunny's Corner is a small section of my content that is geared towards parents and children, and it specifically covers the children's books that I read. So Inkbunnie is everything. I read everything. I'm an adult here. I talk about everything. It's fine. But Bunny's Corner is more like cleaned up, more age appropriate content. So I talk about the children's books that I read, and they'll be in groups, like small, like shorts, bite-sized content, you know? And I'm basically just talking about the children's books that I read. I'm giving you general synopsis of them, and I'm giving you the age range that they are specifically for, you know, according to the internet. So yeah, I just filmed my very first episode, which is about my favorite bug-centered children's books. I was so nervous. It's at best going to be maybe 3 minutes, and I filmed for like 20. I'm so excited though, because my little corner that I set up is so cute and adorable. I love talking about children's books, and I'm excited to, you know, have people share their thoughts on children's books too. We are at the end of March, heading into April. I am still finalizing my TBR for April, but those books that I just talked about in the Nancy Drew-a-thon are finalized. I'm just doing the little bits and details, you know? And then you'll see that on the 1st, which is like Wednesday. I know it's soon. Yeah, the 1st is Wednesday. Holy crap! Holy crap! Okay, and today is Friday, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, head into my weekend. Hopefully you'll see me in a couple of hours, because I'll have finished A Deadly Inheritance. Hopefully you'll be seeing me in a little bit, because I'll have finished A Deadly Inheritance, which will be, I believe, book 22 for the year.
I don't know what happened, but apparently this just has no sound whatsoever. But I'm essentially just telling you that was book 25 for the year. It's arc 15 for the year, and that I'm pretty proud of my progress because I can read my own lips, but literally whatever was added to that or wanted to tell you about, I literally have no idea. Sleuth out.
Hello. So I thought that I would be popping on to tell you about finishing A Deadly Inheritance, and I am, don't get me wrong. But I didn't think I would be doing that while also showing off my new piercings. I have been wanting a nose ring for so long, like literal years, and I've been pussyfooting around on it. And it was Saturday, and the shop was open, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm so glad that I did. Because what do you mean? I'm so cute. Why did I wait so long? And Boy Wonder got his earring done. He looks so dashing, so rakish. It's lovely. And all of the people in the piercing shop was actually really cool. But I bring that up because I was at 70% last time that we talked, and then I had to wait 45 minutes or so, close to an hour, to get my nose done. And I read in that time, and then that put me to like 85, 86%. And then we went to go hang out with Boy Wonder's parents. We went to go see They Will Kill You, which I loved. 4.55. I had a great time. It was very much like a horror action comedy blaxploitation film. It was giving me like Wu-Tang Clan vibes. I feel like if you see it and you'll pick up what I'm putting down, you know? Great. I had so much fun. But we came home, we had dinner, and I wound up finishing A Deadly Inheritance. I'm giving it 5 carrots. I absolutely loved it. And I loved how, I don't want to say that it's low stakes, because it's pretty high fucking stakes. But like, it wasn't like full adrenaline all like 300 some odd pages. There were like ups and downs, and there's a little bit of romance, and there was a little bit of girl friendships, and there's a little bit of dancing, there's a little bit of levity, and it was just so well done. The mystery wrap up was so good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I was at 97% and something was revealed, and I was like, Armstrong, don't you do it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Because that would have ruined the whole thing. And they didn't. Armstrong didn't do it. So, 5 fucking carrots. 5 fucking carrots. I had so much fun. I absolutely loved Liliana, Theo, Maddox, Allegra, Polly. Like, I loved all of them. They were so cute. I don't want to tell you because it is a spoiler, but I really love how important the female relationships, the female friendships were in this book. Because a lot of times when a female character has a boyfriend, it's all about the boyfriend. And I don't know if that's a spoiler either. Fuck. 2 love interests, so it's not a spoiler. Okay, because I thought I ruined everything. Okay, you can tell how much I enjoyed this movie how much I enjoy this book because I am pumped. It's 2:25 in the morning. But as I was saying, a lot of times a female character will get a boyfriend. It's all about the boyfriend, and in this case, she has 2 love interests. So it was just really nice to see her take an effort to put female friendships forward, like make them important. I really, really liked it. I thought that the mystery was incredibly well thought out. I was picking up every little morsel she was dropping. I was taking notes. I had so much fun. This is actually an arc. It came out the 24th. So I'm pretty proud of finishing it in that like time frame. And we're heading into April, which I can't believe it's fucking April. Can you? April is Nancy Drew month, so it's going to be all mysteries. I have 2 arcs that are due, so I have them loaded and docked on my reader, so I'm ready to hop into those. I'm also going to read some Nancy Drews. I'm trying to decide if I just want to read Nancy Drews or if I want to do another Lady Solvers marathon for April, because I do one every year. So since there are still 2 more days, Sunday, Monday, 3 more days until April 1st, I still have some time and decisions to make, and then maybe you'll see a readathon vlog, readathon announcement, because it's been a while. I think my last readathon was like August, and I normally do like 2 or 3 a year, so 2026, I kind of want to get back into that. And what better way to do a readathon than to choose something that will get these fucking books off these fucking shelves. Or for the year, and arc 15. And we're just now finishing the month of March. Right. And as far as books that I own, like that I've read on my shelf, 2. And they've both been bought this year. So I need to get it into gear. You're probably going to see me at least 2 more times. Because, I mean, like I said, I got 3 days left in the month. I'm probably going to read a couple more things. Now, whether or not I finish them, that's a whole nother story. But I just had to hop in and tell you about it because I had such a fucking blast with this book. Okay, so I got sent Sherlock Roach and the Case of the Crunchy Crumb, which is obviously a children's book. It is, I don't even think for like 3rd graders. It's very young, but I love bugs and I love detectives, so it was right up my alley. I'm currently reading it. A ladybug has come to Sherlock Roach and his assistant, Dr. Wormston, because someone has stolen her crunchy crumb. The most delicious, perfect crumb in the entire world, she says. Of course, Wormston is appalled. We have to help her find this crumb. So Sherlock is like, of course, we can't let this abide. We have to help her solve this case and asks her to tell him everything that you can about the crumb. If you didn't pick this up, Dr. Wormston is a worm with no arms or legs. How is he taking notes? How is he taking notes? Please! Why is this so adorable? I literally freaking can't. I'll never see my crunchy crumb again, Sherlock smiled. Meet us at 221B Bedbug Street tomorrow, and I will put an end to this mystery. Bedbug Street? Bedbug Street? Please! 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 Not they were in disguise. And they're a notorious crumb thief. I can't handle the cuteness. I can't handle it. Okay, so I finished it. It's adorable. I'm giving it 5 carrots. It was so funny. I was not expecting the twist. I was not expecting the book to have a twist, okay? One of the things that I love about reading children's books about bugs is that they include fun facts about bugs. So there are pages upon pages of fun facts in this book about the bugs that you'll meet in the story. I love a cute educational book. And there's a book 2. I don't know when it will be released, but I'm very excited for it. It's called Sherlock Roach and the Case of the Sticky Situation. That is so cute. I literally can't. Highly recommend.